Now I'm going to take a little extra time here and explain something to you. Okay. The biggest problem, this stock market crash is not over. I told you we could get a rally. The jibber jabbers are still masking the biggest threats to our economy and the financial banking system. Okay. That's the outstanding corporate debt of the 9 trillion. Remember, it was all free money. Now they got to pay interest. Plus they have another 2.8 trillion they borrowed for free for stock buybacks. They got to pay interest. It's going to kill their earnings. But the biggest problem that no one's talking about that can take this market down, okay, another big leg, is the outstanding 5 trillion. Okay, the corporations, the weakest corporations in 2008, they had to raise capital. So they sold junk bonds. Okay. Now, to raise that 5 trillion. So what they did is they gave people high yields, high interest. Give me money, I'll give you high interest rates. Now here's the problem. Just like oil, when we had that oil crisis, the last oil crisis we had, and remember all the oil companies were getting killed, and all the oil companies did the same thing. They were in trouble. They all had to raise capital, so they went to the bond market. And they paid tremendous amount of interest. And what happens, and the same thing's going to happen again, when those yields will continue to start soaring. The last time this happened, the yields or interest, okay, during the oil crisis, the last time they doubled. They shot up to over 10%. 335 oil companies went bankrupt. Right now, they're in this economic downturn. The jibber jabbers aren't telling you. They're masking. The corporations have 4.3 trillion in low quality, crappy junk bonds where they raise money. That's up from 2.4 trillion in 2010, and is why this debt of 4.3 trillion is the most severe threat to our stock market, to our economy, to our financial system. Because if this economy keeps imploding, which is going to, then that means all these companies that have that went out and borrowed, not borrowed money, but sold bonds to raise capital, that interest rates are going to soar. And that when this thing will just totally fall apart. Nobody's talking about this. So this is what I'm watching for. But in the meantime, okay, I just want you to know that's what's sitting out there. That's the big risk that could take this market right back down big time. What are they going to do? Okay, they better, this economy's got to turn around, or all these companies who sold all that junk out there and they raised 5 trillion in capital, all of a sudden now they got to start paying 10% interest, 12% interest. They're so screwed, just like the other corporations who borrowed 9 trillion, who were paying no interest, now have to pay interest. Earnings are going to get clipped going into 2019. This is not over. What's going to happen? They will rally the market. Like I said, a rally's coming. All stock market crashes have bear rallies. They always do that. They have bear rallies. We'll take advantage of them. So we're going to take advantage by watching the dollar. Okay, the dollar comes down. That's when we got to catch all the stocks that do well with a weak dollar. That's especially your commodity stocks, okay? And the overall stock market goes up, okay? All right. I'll see you on the charts. Please be patient.